What's up, everybody? How are you today? Hope you are having an awesome, amazing day. Today we'll make daily vlog 8. We do have a big day today, but we're kind of like on a limited time because Jen actually goes to work today at 3. But we have until now, till 3 o'clock to get everything that we need to get done today, which today we have to go pay rent, pay the bills. The thing is with the rent, we gotta end up going and putting all the money onto a money order and then find the place that we have to take it to give the rent. And what crazy thing is that we were reading the lease, and the lease says that we have to have the money in on the 1st, exactly the 1st, and it has to be before 5 o'clock in the evening. If it's there after 5 o'clock, then we get a fee, we have to pay that. And if we have to end up waiting until the 2nd, and we still don't have it, the fee keeps adding up each time. And then the 3rd, we'll end up getting a eviction notice on the door if we don't have it in by the 3rd or something like that. I don't know. It's like all kinds of crazy things. Because we were trying to read the lease to see where we have to go to pay the rent. The landlord doesn't want money. He wants a money order. So we have to take all the money and get a money order and then try to find this place where we go to take the rent. It's very stressful. And what sucks is that if we have to have the money in on the 1st before 5, what happens if everybody is working? Like if Gabrielle works, Jacob's at work, Jen's at work. I know I would be the one only here, but I don't have no transportation to go and drive somewhere to get the money order. Unless it's somewhere that we find out today, and if it's somewhere like near, I can just ride my bike and turn in the rent. It sucks because like what if I had plans to go do something and I got up early and then left and then everybody else is at work? We'll end up figuring it all out. We always end up figuring everything out. We gotta get dressed and try to go get this money order and then go try to find where to take the rent to. We were also reading the lease, and in the lease it says that if we have to call for like maintenance or something, like if something's broke in the house, after every call we get charged $25 fee for us calling them. And if they have to come in and fix it, we have to also help pay for whatever is wrong with it if it was our fault. Now, if it wasn't our fault, then we don't have to pay for it. We still have to get our toilet fixed. As you guys know, like the bottom of it's like leaking and everything. We were going to tell him today about the whole situation because we seen that on like have to pay a fee if we call. So we were just thinking maybe we can just go get the things and fix it ourselves. Even though it's not our fault, because it was like this when we first moved in. We're just trying to not deal with spending any type of money because we gotta pay rent, we gotta pay bills, and whatever money we have left is gotta last us, throughout the month. And I've been putting money back for savings. We have a stressful day today, and then we have to get all that done before 3 o'clock because Jen has to go to work. And depending on the weather, I don't know if I'm gonna go to work with her and then like explore around that area. I know when I looked out the window, the sun is shining. I don't know if it's a catfish day. I call it a catfish day because it looks beautiful outside, and then you step outside and it's like freezing cold. I will end up getting to see how the weather is once I go outside because I gotta take all this trash out. Trash right here, and that. Oh wow, there's snow. I didn't even know there was snow. All this trash has got to go to the trash. So all the snow melted where the sun is, but there's still snow over here because the sun's not hitting over here. But the feel of it feels pretty cold. I say being out in the sun is a lot warmer. I'll have to take this trash over, and I'm going to put you guys in my pocket and carry all this trash over. These shoes collect so much snow. I wore the worst shoes outside. I didn't think there was going to be snow. That big huge piece came off of my shoe. Like, look how thick that is. Now I just have these 2 bags and then the boxes. And now for the boxes. Look at my shoe. That's how much snow just collects on this shoe. This one's even worse. Look at that. Still so... Well, I know not to ever wear these shoes out in the snow. So guys, if you ever have shoes like this, don't ever wear them out in the snow. It's not coming off this piece. So the thing I was telling you about, that when we get the money order, if we send it in today, we texted the landlord and he said it will not get to him until the 3rd. So we're supposed to have the money of everything before the 1st, basically. So we basically would have to send it in before the 1st. Because if it takes 2 days. Because if we sent it in on the 1st, and he says it won't get in until the 3rd, so we basically would have to have it 2 days before the 1st.
Yeah, and there's no way that we can do that.
And see, I don't get my check until exactly the 1st of the month. And that Jen would have to be constantly paying my part of the rent, and then when I get my check, I pay her back. But that's going to be, like, more stressful, though. We told the landlord that, you know, I get a check every month. So the landlord just said that we're supposed to mail the money order to him. That's the reason why it's going to take 3 days to get to him, because we're supposed to mail it. So we're supposed to get the money before the 1st, like 2 days before the 1st, mail the money order to him, so that way he gets it exactly on the 1st. But we were looking through the lease, and it says that if you don't have it by the 2nd, you get like a late fee. By the 3rd, you get an eviction notice. So we're just like, we're confused. I don't remember him ever saying that we had to mail it to him.
No, I remember he said that we were supposed to make it sendable or mail it or something to the person or to that. But it's on the last sheet. It's right here. If to the landlord.
So we're headed to go over to get Jen's mom, because Jen's mom would probably be able to help us more with this. But we talked to the landlord, and the landlord said that he can let us we have till the 3rd to get the money in, because I don't get my check until the 1st. So he's kind of like working with us like that, but we're going to go get Jen's mom, because she can help us how to get this money order and how to mail it out. We went and got a money order before with the old place that we used to live at, which was in Northcott. All we did was get the money order and just stick it in the slot, and that's all we had to do. We never had to go mail it out. It's kind of something different and new that we never done before. We're at Kathy's now. I love that fat cat. She's so pretty.
Look at her prints.
There she is. She just came over here to eat food, and she's gonna go back home.
Yep.
There she is. She's dancing.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she was dancing. She's still dancing. She's in a good mood.
I opened it, but that's you.
How is it? Oh. You just set it back there.
Now we got Kathy.
Hi!
So this was the conversation, right? He said something that we have to mail it or something. That's been over a month ago. It's 31 days, you know. Well, we did it before the 1st. It needs to be a money order, correct? He was like, mail it. We were all 5 standing in the kitchen when said the mailing address is on the last sheet, because asked who to make it out to. I said it was a company name and mailing address, and then he said, but it's back. The rent is due today, so it won't be received now till the 3rd. It takes 2 days to be received, so it has to be check or money order, never cash. And make sure you keep all receipt from when money order was made, so if ever late or lost, you can show when money order was purchased. I said, okay, thank you. I was just making sure that is what we do. Sorry about the inconvenience. Is there any way to make the payment date the 3rd, so that way it isn't considered late? We can have it out on the 1st. I didn't know it would take 2 days. I do apologize. He said, yeah, just make sure it's mailed that day. So I'm like, okay. I don't know if it's going to be sent out today or what, but...
It ain't that hard to send it out.
Do I just go to the post office?
You can go to Fruth, get a money order.
Well, yeah, I go to Fruth and get a money order, but then do I just go to the post office?
Yeah, you gotta have an envelope, yeah.
Stop in here at Sheetz so we can get the money off the ATM. Go and pump some gas. This one?
Yep.
Stick it in the hole. And then...
87.
87. Then we fill her up. I haven't took my T-shot, 3 days late on my T-shot, and I totally forgot about it. We just called in my prescriptions. I have to go up later on today and go pick it up.
Sorry.
So I can get my T-shot. So that's probably why I've been feeling kind of like lousy, sort of, because I've been late on my T-shot. I almost did it a couple of times that I just forget to put the lid on there.
Where's that?
I wasn't with him when it happened, but Jen was telling me you did that, and Gabrielle was making fun of her the whole time.
Yeah, she's like, hey, I saw that. And I was like, no, you didn't. You did not.
I think if I had a car, I probably would forget too, because I've almost forgot to put the lid back on 2 times. So I probably would at least forgot 2 times of putting the lid and closing the thing if I had my own car. It's just crazy how you can like forget to do something like that. Now we're stopping at Fruth so we can try to go get this money order. We used to get money orders all the time, because when we lived in Northcott Court, we would have to go get our rent money and then go to Fruth and get a money order and then turn it in like that. So we're kind of used to that part, but we just never had to mail it out before. But Jen had an idea. We don't know if we're going to actually do it. Like, why couldn't we just get the money order and just take it to the place and just stick it in their mailbox? Why couldn't you just do that? It seems like it's more easier instead of mailing it and having it wait for 3 days through the mail. We're walking by and Kathy says she doesn't like these because they have no faces. And they don't. Like, look at this. They're faceless people. Even the kids are faceless. All of them are faceless. Oh my gosh, even the sheep. The sheep and the donkey are faceless.
8.
So we couldn't just put all the money onto one money order. We actually had to get 2 money orders because due to how much amount is, it's like a safety precaution because of terrorists or something like that. Hopefully the landlord is okay with having 2 separate money orders, not just one big money order. This is how they had to do it. Everything's so stressful. Now we're stopping here at the United States Post Office to try to mail these out.
You didn't even listen to me.
What?
Shane, I'm fat. Not as fat as I was, but I'm still fat.
Oh, you're right.
How are you all?
We got the rent paid off. Well, mailed out now, so that's good. Jen can now stop stressing.
Kind of.
Now she's just gonna stress about her job now, because she starts today at 3. Look, there's Milo.
I love you. Thank you.
He's meowing. Drop it off, Kathy. Now we're gonna go over to Arby's so we can grab something quick to eat, and then Jen has to hurry up, get home, eat, get dressed, and she has to go off to work at 3. And she won't get home until 10 o'clock tonight. But I messaged Hannah, and I asked Hannah if she wanted to walk with me later on today to go pick up my testosterone, which my testosterone is at this, is it CVS?
Yes.
CVS, all the way down where we used to live before we moved. She hasn't answered me yet, so I'm just waiting for her reply if she wants to or not.
1 classic with curly fries and a Sprite with no ice, please.
Okay, what size is that meal?
Just a small.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, could I get 2 jalapeno roast beef sliders?
Okay.
And I just need Bronco berry sauce and spicy 3 pepper, please. And that'll be all.
Go ahead and pull around, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arby's. We came home, Jen was in a really big hurry because by the time we got here, it was like 2:33, so she had to hurry up and get dressed, eat her 2 sandwiches that she got, and then literally leave. I'm just like so hungry that I'm just chowing down on my food. I'm waiting for Hannah to reply back to me if she wants to walk with me or not, because as soon as I get done eating, I'm probably going to end up heading out so I can go pick up my testosterone, because I really do need to get it so that way I can take my shot. I can't be super late on it because I can start going through the side effects of not taking my testosterone shot. And I really don't want to do that. I just rather, you know, keep up with it. But I totally forgot that I had to get my T-shot. It just sucks that it's all the way down the road. And what's crazy is that when we were living down that way, everything that we needed was all the way up here. And now that we're living up this way, everything that we need is down that way. Hannah just finally messaged me back, and she says she doesn't really want to walk that far. I'm just going to walk up there by myself. I got bundled up. I got a hoodie on, got this jacket on, got my beanie, and I'm going to be wearing some gloves, and I put some sweatpants on. That way, while I'm walking up there, I'm not gonna be freezing to death. Now I'm on my way to go pick up my testosterone. I think the only thing that's gonna be getting cold on me is right now is my face. Everything is warm on me, but my face. There's a dog inside the window. He's just chilling up there on the dash. What are you doing there, puppy? Aww. I have a long walk to go. I would have rode my bike. That wind hitting my face when I'm riding my bike, it would just make it 2 times colder. So I'd rather just walk and not have to deal with as much wind. If it was a lot warmer outside, I would have rode my bike. Right now, it's just still too cold to ride my bike. I'm just walking, and look at this giant rat. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Poor thing though, it got ran over. It's so huge. I've never seen a wild rat that big before. Poor thing. If I could, I would get every wild rat and just keep it and take care of all of them. Somebody got mad at their shoes. They're just like shoes and just threw them out. I'm sort of taking a shortcut. At least to me it seems like a shortcut. Because usually if I was to walk, I would go around towards Pullman, go around Pullman Way. But this time I just took a long straight stretch. And I'm just gonna keep walking straight and it should lead me straight to where I need to go. And so far it seems like it's a lot quicker. But I don't know if it's just my mind because it's just like a big straight stretch. I don't have to go around all kinds of curves and all of that. To me, it seems like it's a shorter way. There's us. Those people with the mattress on top of their car, that's us. Because we do that all the time. We don't need a truck, we just strap it on top of the car. That's odd. The train that's always been sitting here forever is now gone. And it's always been right here for a long time, and now it's gone. It's the Kroger's we would come down to all the time because we live for that way. You guys remember the other day in the vlog I said when you go visit old places that you once was, it's like an old chapter of your life? Well, basically, this is an example. This part of this area is just an old chapter of my life. I'm now on to the new chapter. Made it to CVS, just gotta get across the street. Finally, I made it. Here we go. I got my testosterone. I guess my medical card no longer pays for my testosterone. When my medical card pays for it, usually I only have to pay $2. Well, this time I had to pay $35 for my testosterone. I know I read a thing online that said something about medical cards are gonna stop paying for anything for transgender and stuff like that. I guess we will figure it out once I get home. I had to pay $35 for it, which I don't care to pay that much money for something I really want and need. It's crazy how like my medical card was like, oh, we'll pay for it, and I was only paying $2, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh no, we're not gonna pay for it. It's like, make up your mind. I'm gonna end up putting this in my backpack so that I don't have to keep carrying this around, because there's gonna be a lot of people who would love to have a bunch of this. Put it in my backpack. Instead of going back the way that I came, I'm basically just gonna take a big circle. So I came down this way. I was over at CVS, so I'm gonna walk up this way, and it'll just lead down to where Hal Greer. I make a big circle so I don't have to just go and backtrack. I don't know if this way would be a lot quicker. I believe that it'll make it shorter because this way leads right over to Hal Greer. And I live close to Hal Greer. Hopefully I'll at least beat the sunset before it gets fully dark. I really don't want to walk around in the dark. Plus it gets freezing cold when the sun goes down. This knee is starting to act up again. If I put my knee completely straight, it does this sharp pain, like right here in my knee. Like somebody just took a knife and stabbed me in my knee. So I have to walk with my knee sort of bent like this. I've always had bad knees, and it runs through my family to have bad knees. I guess eventually I'm gonna have to go to the doctor and get my knees figured out. Might have to end up getting knee surgery just like how Kathy, Jen's mom, had. But I'm hoping I would not have to have surgery because I've never had surgery before on anything. It makes me nervous. Especially dealing with my knees. It's just cringy to think about something with my knees or my legs. Cool, look at this abandoned house. You could tell it's been abandoned for a while. Looks like this empty too. But it has no trespassing signs all over it. But this one looks really cool. There's another empty house. See, this one has like no trespassing everywhere. This one's abandoned. It's a big blue house. maybe I might have found some houses that I might be able to explore if they don't get tore down, because it looks like there used to be more houses right here, but they got tore down. This house looks abandoned too, and look how huge this is. This one's massive. Can you imagine exploring this one? Oh, they have a no trespassing sign on that side. So this one's a huge abandoned house. I wish there was a way that I could find out who owns these houses and reach out to them and ask them if they would allow me to explore and get some really cool photos and everything. I know someone said that you can go to the courthouse and go see if there was a way to possibly see who owns the house and then reach out to them, but I don't know if you can actually do that or not. There's another abandoned house right across the street, but that one has no trespassing as well. Dang, this person must really love motorcycles. Oh, look at that skull in there. That is sick. Look at these. Oh, look, there's a Harley. It's a nice Harley right there. They must really love motorcycles. I'm trying to find a shortcut that's close to my house. I've never went down this road before. This whole road is gonna be something new for me. There's a feather. I always find it good luck if you find feathers, so I'm gonna end up looking it up online. What it means to find a feather and what type of feather this is. Looks like maybe a dove or a pigeon. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket. I always stick it in my right pocket. When I find pennies on heads and stuff like that, I always stick them in my right pocket. Oh, it looks like there's a bunch of abandoned houses over that way, but they look abandoned, but I don't think they are because there's cars in front of them. I'm trying to see if I know where I'm at. But so far, nothing is looking familiar at all. Okay, I know where I'm at now because I remember these apartments. Right up there is Hal Greer. So I know where I'm at now. I just never took this road before. Once I get up underneath the underpass, I can turn to the left and I'll be on the road that leads straight to my house. Oh, look at the sky over there. It looks so pretty. At least I know I made it home before dark. I don't know if it works or not. Made it home. If you guys want to know how Jen's first day of work went, make sure to watch tomorrow's vlog and other things that I put in this video, like the feather. I explain it all in tomorrow's vlog. I would have finished the vlog last night, but there was something that happened once Jen got home, and I didn't even think to film it, but I should have. But there's just something crazy that happened, so you guys will know most definitely tomorrow. Make sure that you watch tomorrow's vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Make sure to have my post notifications on so you never miss a new video, and make sure to stay positive and never give up. I will see you guys tomorrow.